Do you have something that your heart is wanting to say, but your mouth has clammed up on offering it this day? Or perhaps every time you speak, it feels like you're throwing sand in the clam of another. My name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today's topic is the clam. I have found in this life there are things that my heart has wanted to say that I don't say because it's like I don't think that person is ready to hear it, honestly. I don't know that you're ready to hear if I'm going to share with you my perception on this topic, what that perspective is. I can see you really are committed to receiving a specific answer. And so I find those moments unfortunate because a card that I often get as I do tarot readings for myself is a certain Queen of Cups card that speaks to me wanting to constantly create a harmonious environment. And in that, there are many things in this life that I have not said that I could have said that might have offered growth, might have offered a seed of awareness, might have been supportive to others. But I've just been like, well, we'll all get home eventually. I have faith in you. You don't need my mouth to get there. So I've, often justified not saying things. And in this past decade, I've done a much better job of standing in my inner authority and allowing Heather Feather to speak the truth of her heart. I often espouse there are three intelligences. The first intelligence is in the body. The first is the heart. The heart is always honest. It is always very quick and always like instantaneous almost, and letting you know if something you or another is saying or doing or being is causing discomfort in you. The heart goes, I don't like this. Feels bad. You know what I mean? Or love this. Feels great. Now, the statement, the ancient statement, as above, so below, has many iterations of interpretations in Heather Feather's opus of light, or the book within her. And one of those is that as above, that which you hold in mind and think about, so below will you feel about in your life. The air of your mind, the air, your breathing channel that is providing all of these words out of Heather's mouth right now that are coming from the thoughts in her mind. Everything we think and speak about, everything we're receiving into our vessel through our eyes and ears, all gets reflected in the agua de vida, in the waters of our heart. And we get to feel about what we think about. But oftentimes, this highest intelligence is telling us, this doesn't feel good. What I'm saying doesn't feel good. What I'm hearing doesn't feel good. What I'm experiencing doesn't feel good. And it's letting us know very quickly where our third intelligence needs some cleanup work. Heather would call the gut the second intelligence because your gut microbiome, your biochemistry, your immunity, so much of your overall wellness stems from gut intelligence and how you're treating your gut in any given day. And your third intelligence is your IQ, which in our world is often the most praised form of intelligence. If you're intelligent, oh, how competent. And, it's like, and intelligence is a variant scale on Earth School as well. You can trust with 8.2 billion people, many beings may hold a high EQ while having a low IQ. And if you've read emotional intelligence, I would say they are probably faring better, because there are many brilliant people that are not able with their IQ to share their ideas because they're not able to create relationship through their emotional quotient or emotional intelligence or EQ. And so I see this as the third intelligence also because it can lie. It can tell you you're unlovable. It can tell you that somebody did or said something they didn't see or do because you filled in the blanks of them. It can tell you that someone is going to respond in a way you don't want. Maybe there's something your heart has been wanting to say to somebody. It's like, I want to tell them I still have feelings for them, or I want to tell them that I'm transitioning and I want to be in a relationship and I don't know, I don't think you'll give me another chance or whatever. But then we make up a story as to how that other person is going to respond. We make up a story like, oh, they're going to do this because we've experienced people rejecting or not accepting what it is we want to share as we speak the truth of our heart. As Heather Feather has practiced more actively being involved in saying what she wants to say in the past 5 years to decade, I have had a lot of rejection. And I got to tell you, it's a grace because there are beings that my heart has felt like, oh, maybe this is a divine union. Maybe this is true partnership where physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we're being responsible for ourselves and we're not trying to come together and change another in any way. And we're just doing our own work for our health this day. And it wasn't going to ever be that with that person. But me taking the time to go and speak my truth, even if they reject me, even if they weren't able to see what I see, even if they weren't able to forgive me for XYZ, it has caused my awareness to become aware of where my mind actually needs to be pointed. Oh, I don't need my attention on this human. That's okay that they rejected me. I love myself. I like myself. I am the inner authority in my life. And I don't need another person to validate me for me to be worthy of love. I don't get my self-esteem from what another does in reaction to me. Let me accept it. Let me process my feelings about it. If I want to be sad or grieve what feels like a loss because I made up a story about what it could be. But let me get it out of my awareness so I can put what my consciousness should truly be reflecting in the waters of my heart. Let me get more honest about what merits the tremendous worthiness called my attention in a place where we are dreaming worlds into beings. And there's another facet of this Heather Feather wanted to talk about because it's flushed up a lot for me. I used to hold a Dharma. Dharma is your life teaching. It's your life understanding. It's the thing you naturally offer. And I cultivated a Dharma that I came into mastery with in this life. And it is multidimensional quantum connection to justice, truth, love, and the pursuit of divine awareness. And I have carefully crafted that Dharma, and I have completed it and mastered it in this life. And I've started a new Dharma called illumination. And so what Heather does now is I shine light into the shadows or into any place that a human is wanting to hide from unprocessed shadow, and they're denying the shadow within themselves and they're projecting it onto the world because what the ego denies it projects. Heather Feather is now at Earth School to shine light into those corners of other people's beings of the things that they don't want seen, which means that my presence can sometimes be uncomfortable. What I've done in my 5 decades to cause it to be more comfortable is I have made my priority throughout my life to be in service to the all that the Creator created, and to be unconditional love, and to practice agape, and to practice generous listening, and to practice presence and devotion, to practice assume that every person that speaks to me is my divine teacher each given day, act as if the divinity, the Creator, God, Allah, Supreme Godhead, the goddess, whatever you call it, every time I am engaging with another is speaking to me. So act devotedly and compassionately with them. But it doesn't change the fact that, and I always love this statement, it's silly to me, that when I speak, it's like throwing sand in other people's clams. Don't get sand in your clam, they say. But it's actually sand in a clam that might make a pearl this day. It is pressure that makes the diamond. So it is possible that sometimes when we hear an uncomfortable thing from another, that uncomfortable thing may be the very medicine we need to serve the self an antidote to remove the poison from our being. And many souls are not ready to sit with Heather Feather. Even though I love you, I'm not judging you. I'm just taking you in when I speak and listen to you. Many, even though they may be dealing with someone that is an unconditional lover or an agape frequency, are still not ready to face the things they're wanting to hide in themselves. And I have, as somebody that does cord pullings and chakra balancings, it's one of the services I offer at rarebirdmedicine.com. You can click on services and go to cord pulling. I offer not cord cutting, but cord pulling, where we pull roots and all out, where people have energetically or etherically corded, and we balance the chakra system, and we send golden light to all those that have misused energy due to narcissistic tendencies or taker energies. And we balance the self to have your frequency with you. I have all services in July and August, 20% off. You can go there if you want to sign up for that service. But in having done it for a long time now, I watch a lot of spikes or energetic blockages placed in what's called Vishuddha, the throat chakra, where people are suppressing expression because they may be a very evolved being that came to say some things that are uncomfortable to have and to hold. And so I want to ask you this day, do you feel like when you speak, others have a difficult time listening to you and receiving you? Perhaps it's because you do have a unique perspective that is actually offering medicine, actually offering grace, but not every person is ready to take counsel with you at Earth School. Is it okay for you to keep sharing yourself, even if some people may be reactive to it? And can you recognize they're just not ready for this interaction? And they don't have to be. I don't need you to be somewhere other than where you are. I'm not going to ask you to be evolved on all topics right now. I'm not going to ask it of myself. We have a right to learn. Let me understand that I came to speak to those that are ready to hear what I have to say, and let me be honest and authentic this day. You can always subscribe to Rare Bird Medicine on YouTube, and you can sign up for the Lionsgate Portal class for $55.50 at rarebirdmedicine.com under classes. I'm Amun.